What is going on, Roland Empire? Here, guys, to give you a video. Today's topic I decided to talk about is Halloween Kills. Oh my god, this movie, very anticipated for me. I haven't made so that speak, that like I made it that obvious. And this is a movie that is just follows the story of Michael Myers. Whether we've had so many choose your own adventure stories from the original John Carpenter's to having it go to the Colt Thorn trilogy and all that stuff, or having it reboot back to the H2O side of things and all that, and then realizing that Carpenter teams up with David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, and David Gordon Green and Danny McBride kind of do a situation was like, let's bring this character in a way that more things made sense now. A realistic take that's what, so to speak, was the thing and all that. And now we've had with Halloween, the sequel, even though it's the same title, be a continuation, and then Halloween Kills be a continuation that literally kind of picked up a few minutes between of the situation where Laurie and Michael got themselves in a pickle with Laurie's house, being on fire and all that. When it gets on fire, they trap Michael, but Michael gets out apparently. But when the firefighters do a good job, Michael, just gets out, and Laurie believing that she's got him and everything, she got him, we're safe. He just ensues mayhem, and this is a middle chapter of an installment that, if you know how 3-act structures go, this is where the character gets the upper hand, so to speak. And but does this live up? Does it live up to add to the culmination to have a trilogy that is well earned and all? A lot of people thought the first one in this installment, could have been better. I've heard things. A good movie, but as a Halloween movie, it could have been better. I hope they just kind of elevate this, learn from mistakes and make better in the continuing installments. So fans are like, it's not a divisive franchise, so to speak, of a trilogy or whatever, but it has this. The people that don't like it and the fans that do enjoy it. Does this continue this? I thought this film really was an aesthetically pleasing Halloween film. My goodness. And what you see of the flashback, holy crap, that really was incredible. So, you like to tell me that we could have done this all the time. But you know what? Fine. I won't want to get into it. Like, why didn't we get this, in the first place? But the fact that we have something, it just shows that it can be done. And I appreciated all that I could get from that. That was an incredible flashback. The flashback, wow. And, adding to the modern day, to the current time now, I enjoyed more. I can see that because it was mostly it was nightly shot and all. They benefited more from the cinematography of how they can capture the mood, the atmosphere, and all that. And I thought they did a good job. This really enhanced the film from all those kinds of things. I was like, wow, seeing it from what was in the beginning and seeing what the film added, I'm like, I had a great time with Halloween looking at it from what it was. This felt very spiritually it was a successor to the original with this movie, just because that is what the film is too. The film is that kind of thing, and because it lit it more, it took its time with certain kind of situations and all. I enjoyed that a lot. What suffered of the movie though really was a lot of the dialogue was cheesy, a lot of the dialogue was campy. There were things that, why did you say it like this? You could have said it in a different way. So really, this film had his issues also. It's funny to think, because I think I enjoyed this one more now because of how the film looked, comparing the two Halloween movies with Gordon. The Gordon Green Halloween movies, I enjoyed that more because of how it looked. This was really pleasing. I could kind of see this going back. But seeing dialogues from actors that maybe they're not bad, but they have actors in this movie that are better. Those that are okay, deliberate things, I thought, things could have been written out better. This felt like we needed more drafts and all. Standouts, of course, is Jamie Lee Curtis, just because she's well known what she does in this and all that. She is continuing that badass character that she is and all. She really is the badass character that needs to be a little bit sidelined to give the whole city of the chance to kind of do their mob scenes and all. But she still is nice. She still is passionate of what she needs to do to get back and kick ass and all. Will Patton, I think, was the standout, especially what happens with an arc of the beginning, seeing the arc play in his time now. It kind of adds more to him. So if anything goes with narratives being pushed, his narrative really got pushed that I really want to see more, and I'm glad he stuck around. He was someone that kind of enjoyed in the first one, so in this second one, they added more to him. He was definitely a standout of what it could add to this Halloween universe. And a lot of what went on with the mob here and all that, run by Tommy Doyle, it was fine. It was nice to see actors kind of come back and all that, but really, what was of here seeing all these actors and all that, whether it's Charles Cyphers, whether it's Anthony Michael Hall, some of them could have had lines delivered way better. I thought other things were fine and all. Incredible chasing involving this crew and all that. I thought, oh, that was something that was missing for a while now in this franchise, but it's good to see in this franchise bring that kind of chase stalk sequence back. That was enjoyable. Could have saw a bit of more of that. But with these kind of characters, it was on and off. It really is a sort of embodiment of what I thought did not work in this movie, but kind of did work and all that. But a lot of what goes on here of the people of the city, you know, this little town and all that, trying to haunt the Michael aspect and all, it is fun to enjoy. It kind of, you know, builds up to kind of what you expect and what it results. You knowing how films can go, you might think it was a bit predictable. Those that are maybe casual thought, you know, this might have been the finale and all. So it's a bit of a lot of, you might expect things that were predictable, or you maybe thought, oh, they went this route that I didn't expect. It really just kind of depends what POV are you coming to see in this film. And for me, though, I still kind of enjoyed it, even though I know there was still going to be a third film. Even though the third film lingers, I had a great time seeing how they were kind of building up to this middle chapter, how Michael really is on a mission, but then all the people also, like Tommy Doyle and all that, they have their own mission, how it kind of collides and all. The movie is satisfying, but there are like editing shots through all that too, that, you know, I think some of the, you know, some of the ways some of the like situations were handled, I thought could have been better. So it's like, this movie is, I'm not surprised if it's divisive. If it is divisive, I'm not surprised, because there are things that just really weren't that great, but there were really things that were really good too, that I'm just like, dang, like this. But I'm on the side though that I don't understand too. I'm more on the defensive side of this. I know I've kind of I've come to terms with that. But like I say, I can kind of appreciate that, you know, when a film has certain good things, but then there was things that are just kind of terrible. Like, I think certain ways that the directors wanted to deliver all this could have been better, of like handling things, not what they chose, but other things that they did handle. Kudos to that. Carpenter gives a good score that continues on that, so the score is really incredible. What they got with David Gordon Green to team up with the cinematography, that was really more enhanced. Now, I enjoyed all that. It really was a nice kind of continuation, a solo continuation of this kind of project. And just, I wanted to see what David McBride though could have polished more of the script, but really David Gordon Green kind of worked really well with some actors. It's like Andy Manichek, I wish could have had more of takes for her acting, but him working with Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton, those were some of the best parts that definitely stood out of this movie. But let me know, guys. These are always my thoughts and opinions, that you might have not enjoyed this movie. This really could have been one of the more disappointing ones in the installments review. I am not surprised if I see comments like that, or you thought this movie really was one of your best ones, maybe a top 3. I have seen people kind of go that route too, so I'm not really surprised how it goes. You tell me how this aligned for you in the atmosphere, how this really kind of continue on what you thought was more like, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this kind of thing for the Halloween franchise. Like I say, just script could have been way better. Acting could have been way better delivered too. But the action scenes, so to speak, the action sequences that went on, a lot of them really were filled with nice tension, just nice atmospheric vibes. And I thought the actors that are the more main ones really kind of delivered even better. Now there was more of they acted more like there were stakes. They're acting more like there were stakes, and it was more well taken care of, way well delivered, and I still just enjoyed the movie. So all this in the comments below, and as always, Roland Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.